Yo, guys, this is spoiler alerts. This is a new season, new series, new everything that I wanted to try with Drunken Idiots. So this is spoiler alerts by Drunken Idiots. Your boy Jordan here with the main idiot hosting it like always. I love doing this. I really do love giving you guys content. This spoiler alert is not necessarily a spoiler, but it is at the same time. So we're gonna be doing She-Hulk on Disney Plus, the first episode of the first season. I enjoyed it so far, but some people don't. So let's get to the nitty gritty. All right. So Jennifer starts off with the show, and she's an attorney, and she's like, "Oh, you don't know about me, basically? Oh, here's my life story in a month." Her and Bruce are driving. They get in an accident, and the way they get in an accident is weird because they get in an accident from trying to avoid the. You guys remember the spacecraft that was in Ragnarok? That there's a bug. Back on topic, but they avoided the ship, and there's kind of a weird thing with that because, like I said, there's just a very weird backstory. I feel like that needs to be told there. We'll find out more in the show. I think I don't want to look into it too much on this episode, but there's something more to that. But they get in an accident. Banner's bleeding. She's bleeding, and she basically crawls over to Banner. Well, rips his door open, and she's not She-Hulk yet. She gets him out of the car. He's bleeding. His blood gets into her stream, and then she becomes She-Hulk. And then she runs off. They're away from each other for about 2 days. After that 2 days, he snatches her up, brings her back to the lab, and from there on out, they start their adventure of trying to figure out how to change for her to change, for her to control her abilities, and kind of what Hulk needed to learn and should have had when he was going through this experience. So for this one, I want to show you guys to see kind of the beginning of the whole process that she was going through. She kind of killed it. I'm not gonna lie, guys. She really killed it, and I think that you're gonna enjoy this as much as I did. So let's take a clip. Let's take a quick look of the first season. The first scene of episode 1, really. Not first scene. Kind of like the first scene.
Prevent me from turning into a Hulk.
The triggers are anger and fear.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing.
All right, then, let's try this.
Kind of feels like if I don't transform, I'm gonna die. Do you have a plan B for that?
Nope.
You normally use this chamber for you psychopath! Why are you talking to me like I'm a stray horse?
Jen,
Yeah?
this is incredible.
So the reason why she said, "Why are you talking to me like a stray horse?" that they did not show is he was going, trying to talk as a Hulk. And you know how Hulk talks, Hulk couldn't talk. So he didn't think that she was there, conscious. But joke's on him. She was.
Only one in there?
As far as I can tell.
You don't have another guy to wrestle with for 10 years. You really don't feel like there's another hand on the wheel at all?
No.
Well, I guess we can just skip all that then.
Okay, so how do I turn back into Jen? How did you do it?
Usually I'd fall out of a jet or I'd get knocked out by a robot and I'd wake up as Banner.
Okay, it seems like the common thread, though, is being unconscious.
Not necessarily. One time I was stuck as the other guy for over 2 years. You have so much more to learn about being a Hulk. I don't think you have thought through how dangerous this level of power is. Forget Hulk rage. Just regular anger means death and destruction for everything and everyone around you.
Fine.
So the reason why they're like arguing about this is because she's ready to go. She doesn't want to talk. She doesn't want to keep doing this back and forth of, how how to transform and how to control her anger. She thinks it's stupid. And then he's like, look, you can kill innocent people here. He told her about the lullaby, and he's like, and she started making fun of him. Like, get the fuck out of here, right? But he was like, that could work too, a lullaby. And he was just basically naming off the stuff that could work for him to transform. She didn't try really any of that. But she did transform back to a human when she went to bed. So common denominator is going to sleep, being unconscious, not being aware or awake. And I think that's the way she found out how to do it. And then after that, she kind of just blossomed and just kept on check mark on all the boxes. Well, she said, she's like, teach me how to Hulk. They go back and forth the whole show, and he is just telling her, like, there's these side effects, these things that can happen. You need to know how to control your rage as much as possible. And it doesn't go too well. They actually get in a fight, and then we learn that she has a different power than he does. So we know about the big clap, the big Hulk clap. Well, instead of having the clap, she has the clap. And she can clap multiple times. And basically, with that clap, it seems like it hurts his ears instead of knocking them back, right? Where Hulk can clap, and then it just like destroys like buildings and trees and throws people out into nowhere. When her clap, he just like gets in a ball and he starts holding his ears. So this is going to be a definitely different kind of Hulk that we've ever seen as She-Hulk. She is her own Hulk, obviously. She is just a mutation of his mutation. So the first time we've ever seen something like this, and I don't know how it's going to be, but I think it's going to play out very, very good. I think that with this series, they have a lot to play with, and I hope they don't let me down. She kind of already let people know in the first episode who she is. The whole world kind of figured it out because she was in a lawsuit, whatever. Bad guy comes in and she has to become She-Hulk. They find out she's a lawyer and She-Hulk. She's badass. I mean, come on, that's true women power right there. She Billy badass. I really like them putting more female superheroes into Marvel. I mean, we've always had them. It just never wasn't a show about them or movies about female superheroes or anything like that. And I can't wait for them to come out with more superheroes that are not just the typical male. You know what I mean? I like a typical straight white male. I like how they're mixing it up. And when they started off of this this series of She-Hulk, they actually had some very strong, very, very strong, without being said, political beliefs in the first, like literally the first scene when the camera comes on, and right there just tells me there is a big change going to happen in Marvel. A big change with who they're going to be casting, a big change on who's going to be in their movies, and I think the sky's the limit when they do that. They don't have any. They don't care. They just care about if you can act and if you can play this part. If you can play this part, you're in, and that's all they should care about. I don't think they should care about anything else except for if you can act or not. If you can't act, oh well. But give everyone the same opportunity as you would the next person, and I think that is what they're doing, and that's gonna definitely help them out in the long run, in my opinion. Now, here's a weird thing. So, well, not a weird thing. If you look at the new show, you will find little hidden details that you missed, or if you didn't watch it, we all know there's hidden details on all details. You got Hulk's helmet from Ragnarok. You got the ship for Ragnarok. There's a lot of things indicating Ragnarok in this series. So I think that Thor could make an appearance. I don't know if it's going to be an appearance of like a battle, but it could be an appearance of anything, just stopping by, giving them groceries. I think there will be an appearance though of Thor at some point in time. I really like She-Hulk. Some people don't like She-Hulk for some reason, but I do. I think everything Marvel does is great. I just love superheroes. I love the whole concept of it, the whole concept of superheroes, the whole concept of Marvel. I think that no matter where they go from here on out, they're going to keep on going up. And I can't wait for episode 2. If you guys enjoyed this, spoiler alert, where basically I'm telling you who She-Hulk is, what they did the whole episode is train her to be able to control herself. And she did that right off the rip. They had a big fight, like I said, and she already has an enemy. We don't know if that enemy is going to be around forever, or if there's going to be a new enemy next episode. I would like to see where they're going to go with this, but I'm glad she has Banner to help her with this, because without Banner, I feel like she would definitely be more scared, like Banner was when he first got the ability to be Hulk, got the disease or whatever you want to call it. But I can't wait for this series to be fully out, and we're here and we're talking about the last episode and just talking about the crazy things that happened in this show, because I know there's going to be a lot of crazy things happening in this show. There cannot not be. You're messing with two Hulks. You know what I mean? It's going to be insane. Hopefully there's not going to be any like rage of any bad way, because Hulk is known to rage pretty bad, but he is now Bruce. I said Bruce Banner and Hulk, and she is herself and She-Hulk. So they have a conscience now, so that's a good thing. A good thing is that they're both conscious when they are the Hulk. You know what I mean? Both are Hulk. So that is a great thing that they made. That they learned. Well, he learned. She just adapted, or it was this nature, like a second nature to her to know how to be Hulk. Kind of, it wasn't hard. So I think that this is gonna be a good straight season. Good season. I can't wait for episode 2. Episode 2 is tomorrow. This is Wednesday. It comes out on Thursday. She-Hulk every Thursday on Disney Plus. If you haven't already, you should go and subscribe to Disney Plus. Watch a lot of their series. We might have a watch party one day on Discord. So keep up with everything. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on, and you should definitely check out the Discord, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all of them. We're trying to give you guys as much content as possible. There's a lot of shows coming out, so keep your eye open for all the shows that my brain keeps on thinking of every single day. So the sky's the limit. I hope that you enjoyed this first episode of Spoiler Alerts. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of this community. Have a great rest of your night and a great evening. Rock on. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. The podcast is every Friday night. This Friday, because you're going to be watching it this week, this Friday there will not be an episode, but the podcast of Drunken Idiots, the Drunken Idiots podcast, is live every Friday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You should check it out if you haven't already. Everything is in the playlist it needs to be, so please, 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 I would love to see your support. Thank you again for watching. Y'all have a good one.
How dare you!
we are all at a place where we could just pass out.
Is it Roblox? Is it like?
Oh man, and he take the whole service goats up in here.
Like,
Cheers. Have a great rest of your night.
This podcast brought to you by Shame and Regret.